We won't see the release of Black Panther Wakanda Forever until November, but even now, after the trailer appeared, we have accumulated a large number of theories, from who will be the second Black Panther after Chadwick Boseman to the fact that the film has a secret villain. Hello, this is the Non-Spoiler channel, and today we will break down the most popular and well-known theories on the upcoming movie Black Panther Wakanda Forever. Let's start perhaps with the main intrigue of the upcoming film. Who will be the new Black Panther? The most common sci-fi version is that King T'Challa's sister, Shuri, will be the next Wakanda protector. There are several arguments in support. First of all, the posters of the whole promotional campaign of the film are constructed so there is no doubt at all that the other is canon. This is what the new Lego sets are trying to convince us, where Shuri is shown in different costumes, particularly in the Black Panther costume with golden glow that we saw in the trailer. Still, we shouldn't get excited prematurely. After all, we've already seen something like this in previous sets. Well, secondly, Shuri wearing a Panther costume after her brother is canon. That's exactly what happened in the Dark Reign comic book series, where after T'Challa went into a coma after meeting Doctor Doom. By the way, remember that name. Spoiler, it will come up again in today's parsing. But let all Letitia Wright's fans forgive us, but the fact that it will be her character Shuri who becomes the Black Panther is very hard to believe. And our main argument in this is the studio's desire to guarantee themselves a long-paying sequel to the Black superhero movie series, which will actively make money for years to come. And Letitia Wright's candidacy doesn't really fit on that description. At one time, the actress was very zealously opposed to vaccinations, and Letitia Wright showed her thoughts on the subject on her social media. And her refusal to be vaccinated led to the fact that the studio had to reschedule and postpone shooting, and the actress had to think hard and promptly clean up her publications. And Disney takes care of its reputation, and they don't like to lose revenue because of unreliable personnel. Also in support of this version we have another argument, more precisely another interesting theory which says that the inhabitants of the underwater world led by Namor will steal Shuri from Wakanda, and she will simply not have access to her country's technology, nor, for the matter, to the suit. And without that, being a true Black Panther, you must admit, is difficult. In the trailer, we see T'Challa's mother running Wakanda and during one of her public appearances uttering the phrase, "My entire family is gone." Has the Queen forgotten that she has a daughter in addition to her husband and son? Unlikely. Which is why we think the action in the hall takes place after Shuri has been kidnapped, and the Queen thinks her daughter is dead by then. Among the possible contenders for the Black Panther costume and the title of Defender of Wakanda is also M'Baku, the leader of the Hill tribe. In the first film, he claimed the right to the throne, but he lost to T'Challa in a fair fight. Now the king is gone and a Black Panther must be replaced, so why not give the title of Wakanda to the second place? Besides, in past appearances in the cinematic universe, the Jabari tribal leader has supported and helped T'Challa in every way possible. And the prosperity and well-being of Wakanda is M'Baku's #1 priority. So if you see him as the Black Panther on screen, don't be too surprised. Also, don't write off Nakia. Why? Wakanda's secret agent, fight dog, first-rate trained fighter, King T'Challa's beloved in the movie universe, who, according to insider information, will be raising their mutual child in this movie. Marvel fans like to spit on the original comic book canon, so seeing Nakia as Black Panther wouldn't be all that unreasonable. Plus, it would have been a great symbolism/clue to start and end the teaser with the same character. It starts with Nakia and ends with Black Panther. But our options don't end here either. Everyone remembers Killmonger, right? Surely you haven't forgotten about his death in the first part of the movie. But this is Marvel, and we shouldn't forget the country the movie takes place in. That's right, Wakanda. Their technology is at least 5 steps ahead of the world. Their country is under a huge protective dome, and they fought decently against Thanos' army. If they are that advanced, what's stopping them from reviving Killmonger? They didn't badly heal the Winter Soldier and managed to get him back in action, did they? And bringing Eric Killmonger back would serve Marvel well as PR for Michael B. Jordan. And as we know, Marvel lately likes to insert characters from older parts for fun content. We may be shown him in prison or in a rehab ward, where he will be asked to once again put on a suit to defend his country. And we remember that it was his suit that was adorned with gold elements. But it sounds more convincing that we will see Michael B. Jordan's character as a small cameo. when the new wearer of the Black Panther mask undergoes a rite of initiation and reunites with his ancestors on the astral plane. And anyway, who says there has to be only one Black Panther in the movie? Marvel's latest releases show that the more different versions of the main character we see on screen, the better, the more money the studio can make. And it's a great way to satisfy the maximum number of viewers at a time and reach more fan theories, justifying it by the fact that the Black Panther to the Wakandas themselves is a symbol of hope, of faith in a brighter future. The rover for them will not be as important the identity under the mask of the Black Panther as the very presence of the hero, the defender of Wakanda. It's also a great way to test your wildest ideas. Who knows, maybe temporarily, maybe even not quite of his own volition. The suit will be forced on Martin Freeman's character, CIA agent Everett Ross. It's worth noting though, so far, the scheme with several alternative versions of the main character has only worked properly with Spider-Man in Through the Universe and No Way Home. But maybe Marvel is learning from their mistakes and they're cooking up something really roofy for us. And who are we to tell them not to try an experiment? As a result, it is possible that in the upcoming sequel we will see several characters trying the image of a Black Panther. But we know that in the end, there will be only one correct option. Interesting theories concern not only the protagonist of the movie, but also his antagonist. Rumor has it that we may not have seen him in the teaser yet. You may say at once, wait, but what about Namor? Because in the teaser we are clearly given to understand that there will definitely be a war between Wakanda and the Underwater Kingdom. And if this is a Black Panther movie, then Namor will definitely be the main bad guy there. You might be right, but we are talking about theories here, so let's not forget the Marvel's love of not explicitly showing the main villains of their upcoming films in teasers. Like they did with the Doctor Strange sequel, where Wanda turned out to be the main villain. So maybe the main villain of the sequel to the Black Panther story will actually be Atuma, General Namora, who we got a glimpse of in the trailer. Recall that Atuma was Neroma's main antagonist in the comics. He was the one who always wanted to take over Atlantis. Perhaps in this movie, the screenwriters took Atuma's penchant for coups and used it in the movie. And the general will deliberately provoke a conflict between the two ancient states in order to remove Namor and seize his throne with foreign hands, and with that, to satisfy his ambitions and go to war with the rest of the land world. The Namor himself in the whole story will act more as an anti-hero, like the Punisher or Deadpool. A man who tries by all means to protect his loved ones and his people. Audience interest in this kind of character has still not wanted, and the studio has a chance to add Namor to its piggy bank of cool and controversial characters. Also, a rumor is gaining traction online about a supposedly grandiose plot leak, in which the role of the main villain is given to the Scourge of the Fantastic Four in the movies and Avengers in the comics and cartoon series, Dr. Victor Von Doom. The teaser clearly shows us how the Wakanda research vessel is taken over by some armed men, and it is their actions that led the whole world to learn about the existence of a long-forgotten underwater civilization. However, in the film universe, it will not be Atlantis, but Talokan, the state originating at the time of the Aztecs. Its inhabitants, in order to avoid bloody wars, have decided to exist in the secrecy to the rest of the world. And the use of Wakanda technology will prevent this desire and force the Talokans to reveal themselves to the world. And the resulting clamor surrounding the ancient underwater civilization will allow the Green Coat Lover to realize his plans. Perhaps in this way he wants to get his hands on the advanced technology of the African country. And as if the rarest and most valuable metal in the Marvel Universe is still vibranium. It was also mentioned in the same plot flush that one of the scenes after the credits will refer us to the sequel of the Avengers. And it won't be without Doctor Doom in it either. We think that sounds killer. In addition, we should not forget about the recent announcement of the two new parts of the Avengers. The title of the first one is Avengers Kang Dynasty, and the second one is Avengers Secret Wars. Let us remind you that in the comics it was Doctor Doom who was the central character in the Secret War comic book arc. That may or may not be a coincidence. It may or may not be. Also on the internet, the theory that Doom will kill T'Challa is gaining popularity, but don't take this theory too seriously. Most likely the killer of the original Black Panther will be the same thing that killed Chadwick Boseman, namely cancer or some other serious disease. Well, now hopefully we've piqued your interest in the Black Panther sequel. Thank you so much for watching this video. Be sure to share it with your friends. And in the comments, let us know what you think about these theories. Subscribe to our non-spoiler channel and like it. Bye!